We're on.
Okay, call the meeting order, stand for pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Excuse me.
Records show that everybody is present. Need a motion to accept the minutes for July 19th.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from July 19th.
Second.
Moved and seconded, we accept the minutes for July 19th. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Tracker factor. The rate adjustment shall be on the basis of a purchase power cost adjustment. Tracker factor occasionally, occasioned, okay, there's a new one for me. Solely by changes in the cost of purchase power and energy in accordance with the order of the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission approved December 13th, 89. Rate adjustment applicable to the listed rate schedules at 0.009616 per kilowatt per month, effective third quarter 2021. For usage period July 21st through August 21st and September 21st and October 21st. I guess I have to read the legal notice too. This is a little different from the last ones. I know.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
It's a decrease. I'd read it.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, legal notice. Notice is hereby given that the Kingsford Heights Municipal Electrical Utility, Kingsford Heights, Indiana, hereby revives its purchase power rate adjustment factor to 0.009616, resulting in a decrease in a schedule of rates for electricity sold in the amount of 0.002915 per kilowatt hour. The accompanying changes in schedules of rates are based solely upon the change of cost of purchase power purchased by this utility from its wholesale supplier, the Indiana Municipal Power Agency.
We just need a new vote.
Do we even need to?
It's minus. We need a vote though.
I would make a motion approving it,
Yes.
but don't you have to publish this? Do you have to publish this legal notice?
We have to post it from, we have to post this from our 3 different spots. From my office, from Ben's, and from that's what we've always done for every year.
It's just a different form from what we
Okay.
did for every other one and stuff, so that's why I was asking questions.
But it's a minus, it's minus.
We've had minuses too,
No,
though.
I know, but it's adjustment from minus point zero
Oh.
0.9616, not in
Yeah.
addition. You make sure we put in there that it's minus point zero,
I did put in there.
you just said.
It's minus.
You just said
Yeah,
point
the
zero
rates
zero.
for electricity decreased.
Okay.
It says decreased, I put it decreased. So we need a motion to accept the tracker factor decrease, resulting in the tracker factor of 0.009616.
I'll make a motion that we accept the tracker factor decrease.
Second it.
Been moved and second, we accept the decrease on the tracker factor of 0.009616 per kilowatt hour. All in favor?
Aye.
I
Opposed? Buy it cheaper.
said it's all a little bit of money.
Dollar General update. I can't give you an update because all I know is if they're on schedule, they should be here this next week or this week, starting to stake stuff out. So just waiting on their people to finish up their final paperwork. Marshal's Department.
apologize I didn't get to you sooner. You should have papers there for our calls for service for the month. We're drastically up from June. We had 185 in June. This month we had 225 calls for service. 28 case reports, 14 arrests that break down to 10 misdemeanors, 2 felony, and 2 warrant arrests. It's been a very, very busy month. The biggest thing we've seen an increase with in July is between the 2 officers, we have 7 operating while intoxicated arrests, and we've been involved in 2 vehicle pursuits this month.
Well, good job. I know you guys are staying busy. And on top of that, they're doing their DRE school and stuff too, and that's going good. They got a couple more times to go for that, and they'll be certified. Both of them be certified DRE officers, and
In September, we'll go to the final class.
they'll probably be 2 of 5 in the entire state. So it's going to be a huge
We go into
endeavor
training
for them.
nonstop. We had training next week of Indiana Law Enforcement Academy shut down due to the increase in COVID cases within the academy, so we don't know if we can attend that class yet. Waiting for final results. So that, being busy and continue case reports. Don't have anything pretty good.
118 traffic stops.
22 or 20 of those were from Saturday during the festival.
Yeah.
During the festival, we had myself, Deputy Wolf, and 2 county units at one point assisting in town. There was just so much traffic.
I think every time we turned our head.
We had a lot of out-of-towners that didn't know the speed limits, and with all the kids out and about.
Yeah.
That's where, the pursuit started Saturday, and we got an OWI Saturday during the festival as well. So,
Those body cams are doing a good job. They
cameras are catching
they turn the lights on and stuff, and that starts recording 15 seconds prior. We've had some people complaining, but when they find out that there's a camera on board and we can pull up the actual video of the traffic stop, all of a sudden the complaint goes away. So they're a little gets rid of a lot of unwanted and unneeded
it's definitely something I'll
propaganda.
look into as well as the vehicle ones. Like during the pursuit, you don't catch anything during pursuit. Our cameras are low enough, you don't even see our speedometer. It's literally the steering wheel and what we're doing with the steering wheel. That's it. But that's a project down the road for grants and stuff like that.
Most people will be excited by that too.
Yeah.
And it's just listening to the dispatchers go back and
Yeah.
forth with you
You hear
too.
Deputy Wolf yell and use some choice words in his car and then try to talk to him. He hit the Bluetooth button and it would shut off.
Okay, it's time to go to a different department. Thanks.
Thanks.
Utilities.
It's been a long month. I guess I'll start at clearing the woods. That is finally done. We're ready to start getting some grinds back there to make a lane for our new brush and leaf areas. And, I gotta give Todd credit, he did a really good job. There was other people out there, but Todd spent most of the time out there. We probably had less than $1,000 in damages to the equipment, breakdowns and stuff. So I gotta give that to him. He did a great job. Wastewater plant, there is no more RBC filters. They're gone, they're a thing of the past. The trickling filter should be done in a matter of a couple of days. There's no concrete left, it's just a matter of filling in a hole and soil and grass seed. We did get the new gate installed. We did run power out to the gate. They have to come back and finish hooking it up. The generator. The new generator is in place, it's wired in. We might have an issue. We're still waiting on confirmation or not. The transfer switch. It's basically an analog system. Our new generator is a digital system, so we're trying to get the two to communicate right now. We did try to do a startup on the generator today, but we had an issue with the fuel pump. It's not kicking up the fuel to the high pressure pump, so we're still checking into that. Other than that, just been busy.
Super busy. And the the landscape down there has taken a definite change when you go down there. It's just that old equipment that's been there for 1930s, 40s and stuff when it's put in, it's gone. Some of it had some pretty tough concrete that they fought for a while,
Yes.
but they won.
They were persistent. They were persistent.
So once they get done with the trickling filter, then they're going to go onto the valve job, replace the 2 valves.
The two 16-inch valves, yes.
Now, that was a separate bid, correct?
Yes.
So when they get done with that, they'll move to that one.
Yes.
Then you're gonna try to talk to them about a couple other things too then?
Yes.
I got a couple here. JD Excavating. All the stuff when we go down to the sewage plant, when you're driving off around the curves and all that concrete, fire hydrants, poles, all the junk that we have accumulated over the years that we have just stacked there. That's all Parkman's property. And that's what sparked all this of putting our own area in and stuff, because he was rightfully seeing just junk piled up on his property. JD Excavating, we've looked at that area down there to clean up that entire area down there, go back 30 feet off of the roadway. JD Excavating will do that for $9,500. They have the huge equipment that's needed to do that and stuff versus tearing up our backhoes. And this could be split between all 3 utilities and stuff, because all 3 utilities have got stuff just piled down there all over the
They
place.
have the equipment on site.
Yeah. And that would make the trip into the sewage plant at that point and Mark Parkman's property cleaned up. And I know he would appreciate that. Then he's also got a bid here for $2,000 for mowing brush around the fence line of the sewage plant. And what that is the mower that they can put on the side and they mow the trees back. They've got that equipment in place to do that. And they want $2,000 to do that.
To basically cutting all the brush back to the ditch.
It's not something that would be done right away and stuff. They got to do the valve thing they're keeping in order. But, this could be a month down the road or whatever, But I think that's a pretty good deal split between the 3 utilities to get all that cleaned up down there.
Definitely a
That's
mess.
a huge mess.
Yeah.
Huge mess.
But it doesn't look good either though. You go down there and first thing you see when you're going to the sewer plant.
And if you get that mowing thing back here and stuff, cut it back, we don't have to worry about that for years to come, right?
How far is that ditch off that fence line?
About 20 feet.
Yeah.
Randy and Drake cleaned up a lot of that, but that's only go so far. Yeah.
Back already.
We cleaned up that back section, and then we started by the gate working down. And we just ran out of time last summer. This summer, we never even had a chance to touch it. And it's gotten worse. I mean, last summer, you could at least get a mower down it and make one pass. This
Yeah.
summer, you can't even get a mower down it. It's just too much brush.
I think if we did these and then took a break for a few months, because actually, sewage plant wise, the next thing to do is getting our okay from IDEM, and we're waiting on Paul to do that, because we had to keep our bugs for so long, prove we could keep the bugs down there. In which place the next step would be the bag system, where you would actually get rid of the digester and go to a bag system. That's about a $50,000 project there. But that's a couple months down the road if it gets approved, and then after that you got the clarifier
The lift station.
lift station there, and we don't have a bid on that. But I would imagine that's probably going to be
I'd say
100,000 or so.
I would say 100,000.
But it's
The bag system, I did get a quote on that. Not counting the concrete work, I believe that was around 12 to 14,000. I think you're probably looking at 5,000 for concrete, and that does not cover the dumpsters.
well, we're on schedule for by the end of the year and stuff. The way the budget's going and stuff, we can get everything done down there by the end of the year. And JD Construction or Excavating said they work year round. So So we're not in a rush and stuff as the money comes and we can get things done. Just my opinion.
Well, we won't have to touch it once everything's done then.
Oh, that'll be a sparkling jewel down there that shouldn't have to be touched for 2-3 decades. That's all new stuff down there. Everything. That's a new plant.
The old fire hydrants that are stuck in that piles of concrete, can you guys mind if I have one for one of the ornaments?
Oh, you don't hook it up.
I don't have a problem with the retired fire chief having a hydrant.
Not at all.
Thanks.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You good, Evelyn? No?
Always one.
Just don't be taking the good parts off the one in front of your house.
The one in front of my house doesn't work, so that one's broken.
Okay, so can we get a motion on the removal of debris from the sewage plant outside of the gate? Actually, this is Mark Parkman's property that we're cleaning up. That's not our property, but it's stuff that we've dumped there
Right.
in the amount of $9,500.
I'll make a motion that we accept that bid for $9,500 to clean the debris from Parkman property.
Second.
Been moved and second that we approve the $9,500 for JD Excavating to clean up the waste material on Parkman's property. No. All in favor?
Yeah.
Opposed? And a motion to take care of the mowing the brush along the fence on the sewage plant for $2,000.
I'll make a motion on that as well, to clean the brush outside the wastewater treatment gate or fence line.
Second?
Second.
Moved and second that we okay the $2,000 for the brush mowing around the wastewater facility. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Here you go, sir.
Are they gonna remove all that concrete and everything, or we're just
Everything.
moving it somewhere?
It's going to our area back there and stuff, and we'll just fill it in.
Relocating.
Yeah. And if you get a chance to go back and look at that area that they opened up, it's a huge area on that 35 acres. And they did a great job in there. And when the tailings are all done from the paving, when they grind it all up, all that's gonna go back there, and it will help make the roadways and stuff. And that's gonna be a nice little area back there. Anything else with utilities?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okie dokie. Thank you, sir. You guys are doing fantastic. Building inspector,
Boy, has it been slow.
no report.
I think the last permit I wrote was Joe's desk.
And now you can do Joe's garage.
Yeah.
He's the one keeping me busy. It's dead slow.
I just like seeing people come down that road because it's a dead end road over there if it comes down that way, you know.
Fire department.
Well, for us, we've been unusually really busy. For the month of July, we've had a total of 62 calls already. It's 48 EMS, 2 car accidents, 1 carbon monoxide, 1 structure fire over on Grenway, 2 grass fire calls, 5 fire alarms, 1 fire investigation, and 2 public relations calls. The way things are going lately, it's been going up each month. I don't think it's going to slow down for us. I mean, we've been so busy and stuff. This rescue, we filled it up 3 times in the last week and a half with fuel. It's been running like crazy. 2 other things: the no parking signs around the station area. Do we know how those are going? We haven't seen anything on those.
No, I forgot all about it, honestly.
Okay.
There's still one there, isn't there?
There's,
No, there's none right there.
Oh, I'm talking about across, oh yeah, in the front
across the
of,
street, the one on the far right is still there. The one on the left is not there. And then there's two of them on the property too that are completely like faded out. If we can get those replaced.
How many signs total?
2.
Just two?
Just the 2 across the street there on those 2 poles.
I can get them ordered.
We should, I thought we had some.
I will
At
look.
the last, yeah,
We don't.
we'll take a look in the morning.
And then my last thing, we've been into, with the calls going on, we've been into a few rentals that have no smoke alarms in them, and they weren't installed before the renters were put in the house. Who is supposed to contact us before someone moves into that house? Before those smoke alarms put in, because that's not been happening.
Clerk's office. So anytime that we have a rental from a landlord or anything else and stuff, the fire department needs to go over and check to ensure that it's inhabitable with the smoke detectors and everything before they can put a deposit down.
So last I checked, that was in the town ordinance.
Yep. So, something to start.
Enforcing,
Mm-hmm.
start to enforce that a little bit more, especially with some of the stuff that is out there.
Well, yeah, we don't want to fire and then find out that, hey, we moved in and you didn't make sure that I had smoke detectors in the house.
Yeah, 'cause we gave out our last 3 days ago to make sure they were in compliance.
these houses around here, you don't got much time to get out
We
anyway.
don't have any more. But other than those, that's all we have.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Great job as always by the volunteers. Now they got my other son getting in there, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That should be interesting.
We'll see how he does.
Yeah. Motion to pay the claims in the amount of $103,904.75. Or is there any discussion on the claims? No.
I'll make a motion that we pay the claims in the amount of $103,904.75.
Second.
Been moved in second. We pay the claims in the amount of $103,904.75. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Pay the claims. I was waiting for somebody to question the Easter eggs on here and stuff because they called saying they hadn't been paid and they'd never sent a bill.
We never had a
So,
bill.
any old business?
Never showed up. We'll pay him on it.
No old business. New business. In your package, you've got some thing here. We've got the little bucket trucks. This is what Jason, Randy had kind of looked at and stuff for being able to get into the yards. I was actually, when you actually look at these things and stuff, it's amazing what a little truck can do. Some of these lifts go to 51 feet 4 inches. They also can hang a transformer at the same time. They have an articulating bucket that goes all the way around the pole. And 4 stabilizers, they're 4-wheel drive, and for our area out here with stuff built all over the easements and stuff, where we're spending 3 hours trying to get a truck into a area to try to fix something and getting stuck and everything. These smaller trucks have the 4-wheel drive capability and a little much smaller to be able to weasel their way into the smaller areas and do the exact same thing that big truck does. That is like a 1989 or something like that.
We could do the same as both of those trucks.
Yeah. This would be this is something that Jason has looked at and stuff, and I talked with Amber about it because not knowing how we would look about buying something in a new vehicle if we went after something these are probably somewhere in the neighborhood of between $140,000 and $170,000 brand new. But we don't have to bid it out as long as there's they give a government discount, and it
Yeah.
says government discount on the billing.
So under state law, there's a laundry list of what could be considered a special purchase. And if it qualifies underneath one of those, you don't have to bid it out. But with the dollar threshold we're looking at, if it doesn't qualify, then you're gonna have to publicly bid it out. But if there's a savings, because it's a government entity, that would qualify for special purchasing.
But I guess right now, at this point, we're just looking for the board approval to go ahead and look forward to it and see what kind of deals are out there and what we can possibly get one for.
I see this one's a 157, the other one's 154. One's a 40-foot boom and the other's a
There's
47.
It's
right?
second
two
one
pages and then you
behind
go, or 3 pages and you go to the next one.
Yeah.
They were actually looking at the Dodge,
Phones.
much
right.
stronger than the other.
That's right. Oh,
Well, and the Dodge had the 4 stabilizing areas and stuff on it versus the 2. But, I mean, that, to be able to put a guy 50 feet in the air and he can still hang a transformer with this truck here too. You know, now you're eliminated 2 trucks that we take right now to hang a transformer, you know, so it's, it'd be a fantastic upgrade to the utility.
Especially after that one where they got stuck and they was out there
Yeah.
1 time and a half or 4 hours before they even got to the job.
But it's something that they can look into and stuff, call around and see what kind of discounts there are, what kind of prices they can get, and then bring it back to us.
They
Definitely.
should find out what the lead time is too.
Lead time?
I think it's something we should look into. I mean, it can't hurt. It
No.
definitely makes everybody's job a little easier and
And do they deliver to us or do we have to go get it?
If the price is right, it's,
Yeah, but that's just
yeah.
one thing I've seen with,
I think of the utility companies I've seen that they actually go after them and stuff and drive them back.
yeah.
That's the way fire trucks are too. You go pick them up.
well, that one's in Kansas City, Missouri. Hopefully, we got one laying around closer.
well, it just all depends on where the plant is.
And this one
We
here is
went to
from,
Pennsylvania to get the engine.
It's
So,
The one we got now?
yeah, it is
Truck,
coming.
yeah.
What we have now? Any council member have a problem with letting them go forward and take a look?
I do
See what we got?
I
Good.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
See what they can find.
I do.
Mike?
You guys are spending money like right and left. Where are you gonna
Well-
get all this money from?
Well, actually, the utility right now and stuff, if you had a truck that we could find, the utility could actually pay cash for it and still be in good shape at this point. We did an electric utility increase that increased this year, and it also increases the next 2 years. And with that increase, we put in for personnel and we put in for equipment. The money is there. The thing that I personally don't want to get into is sitting on a council where past councils have all said, no, let's not spend, and then you get a council that comes in and spends everything and has nothing to show for it. I would just as soon have fantastic equipment in town and decent bank accounts rather than having huge bank accounts and a bunch of junk laying around. So I would say that, especially in our 4-year time, I mean, if you look at what's going on in town, we're close to, if we get this water grant in on the 16th of this month, us in the first 2 years will put close to $4.2 million into this town, just in infrastructure. That's never been done in the 33 years that I've been around here doing it with the town doing stuff. So if we've got money sitting in the electric department and we're sitting here with 2 old trucks and we need to upgrade, how many utilities, when I was talking to Paul Vincent about this and stuff, you know, he says, well, how, because I talked to Dwayne about it, and I said, well, what will we do? Will we go on a, pay half of it down and do the rest on a payment plan or anything? He goes, no, we could pay cash for it. You know, so, and Paul goes, if you can do something like that, that's the way to go. Well, in something like that too, when we're asking for the final price, we can also say, hey, if we're gonna pay cash for it, how much cheaper is it?
Yeah, knock it out, no.
You know, so we might be
we're
able to get a
looking
$170,000
Looking
check for
a government
$140,000 or so.
discount
No
and,
taxes.
The money doesn't do us any good just sitting there waiting. We do need to, I'm in full, we do need to put money aside for incidents like the generator.
Absolutely.
We do need to put a couple $100,000, maybe $250,000 away in each one of those utilities as a emergency fund. If another tornado comes through here, $105,000 that came out of the budget, the almost $100,000 it costs for that generator. We do need to look into steps to that, but we can't let money sit there and not put back into the infrastructure and keep it updated. We have to, that money, the people need to understand, to look at it as we're putting money into it, getting reliable equipment, reliable resources to be able to do it. If that money just sits there, look what happened. All that money that's been sitting there for years and years, look at what we came into with the wastewater plant. We have to be able to spend the money, not recklessly,
Right.
but we need to make sure that it's being spent properly. So I have no problems with spending the money as long as we have the money there. That's what these people got, that 108% increase, and the other percentage, the other utilities increases. This is what they're looking for. Let's give it to them and give it back to them so that at least they know we have the right equipment and the right capabilities of getting it done and done properly.
Yeah, and it's also time to get caught up with the times too, you know. All the machinery we got is all outdated.
Well, it doesn't
These trucks,
necessarily mean
yeah,
we're getting rid of that equipment either. The big truck
No.
could still be used for the road, for the easier access to on the road, pull up, get the bucket up. This one is made for more,
In between the homes.
getting into smaller places and stuff like that. I'd still like to look into the mini excavator that they were talking about too, that they still
Oh,
need as well. So,
yeah.
I mean, there's some other pieces of equipment that are out there that we need, especially in this town, with some of the access problems that we have.
Well, with these grants, our infrastructure's getting taken care of that way too, so we're moving right along.
Okay. Well, let's do it this way. We'll make a motion to allow the Randy and Jason to go forward with looking for the cost for a new electric truck.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded. We allowed Jason and Randy to go forward and see what they can find in the area of a new electric truck. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Preferably
Carried.
the Ram.
Well, and that I'd rather see the Ram too because it's a better truck.
They say it's a better truck too.
Okay. And that has to have government discount. Clerk treasurer.
That's no.
No? What about the 2022 budget? We're in August now. I know we're in budget season, so.
Oh, I'm still working on this.
Okay, so we're still, how long?
Well, first off, I wait until I hear from Kurt and
Okay.
have a permit with Kurt, and Kurt will tell what we can spend and what we can't spend, and so, and that'll be this week, so.
So we should be able to have a budget workshop sometime in the next few weeks?
Soon, very, very soon.
Okay.
If you could get with me as soon as possible on that.
I'll-
We're extremely
scheduling.
short on
I'll get with you on,
12-hour
you can
days.
pick the date on it.
Thank you.
Attorney's report.
I don't have anything.
No? Public comments. Any public comments? Public comments for last time. Yep, there's one.
There you go. Pick up brush again.
Yes.
I think they're picking up brush when it starts piling up. They'll get out there and pick it up, but they've,
Usually try to get it the first week of every month. We're still running a little bit behind.
yeah, this rain didn't do any good. And so that grass started growing at like 10 times faster than what it's normally. And, you know, mow it and 3 days later, it looks like it's not, hasn't been mowed. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Yeah, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.